Reftec Industrial Supply and Services. Water harvesting. Powerful. This is what we call plug and play. It makes a raw water supply and you get potable drinking water.
and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. We may now be seated. Once again, we may now be seated, everyone. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 6th edition of the Water Philippines Conference and Exposition. To begin our program, we invite Attorney Vicente Hoyas, President of the Philippine Water Works Association, Incorporated, to give his welcome message. Round of applause, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends of the water industry, I'm very glad that you are with us today, in order to hear the programs of our government on the issues of water, energy, and climate change. We are here today because we are partners of the government in the pursuit of its dreams and aspiration to address the concerns on the issues of water, energy, and climate change. And we are very glad and we are very fortunate that we will hear the programs of government personally from our keynote speaker. And we are here because we are partners of the government in order to realize its dreams in the pursuit of the issues of water, energy, and climate change. On this note, I welcome you all to this convention. Thank you and good day.
Thank you, Attorney Hoyas.
At this juncture, may we request Mr. Gerard Livenberg, General Manager of the Informa Markets, to give his message.
Mabuhay, and a very good day to everyone. And a good day it is. Today is World Water Day. And today we are graced with the presence of the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Thank you, Mr. President, for joining and gracing our event today. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the President of the Philippine Water Works Association, PWA, PAWA, Attorney Vicente Hoyas. It is and will always be a pleasure for us, Informa Markets as a show organizer, to work together with PAWA to accelerate the developments of the water industry. To all our esteemed exhibitors, our trade delegates, and all visiting industry professionals, welcome to the 6th edition of the Philippines' leading international water event, Water Philippines 2023, co-located with Phil Energy 2023. And welcome to the return of the PAWA conference after the COVID period, the PAWA conference organized by our exclusive supporting association, the Philippine Water Works Association, PAWA. The board is sitting here in front of me. Thank you so much. Water Philippines, with the continued support of our partner associations, is the perfect platform for leading water industry players to showcase their latest innovations and solutions, aligning perfectly with the government's aspiration in transforming the country's water and wastewater services industry in the pursuit of a more sustainable water supply for the coming generations. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all of you who are here and have been with us since the inception of this event. It's because of you. You make it possible for us to gather over 10,000 visiting industry professionals with over 300 exhibiting brands and companies from no less than 14 participating countries. And it makes Water Philippines the perfect gathering place for the country's leading water and wastewater community. Once again, thank you for the unwavering support, and may you continue to join us in this event and bringing initiatives that assure clean water and energy supply and a better sustainable future for this beautiful country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lievenberg. May we now invite Philippine Water Works Association Incorporated President Vicente Hoyas to introduce our guest of honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Thank you to the Philippine Water Works Association Incorporated President, Attorney Vicente Hoyas, the Informa Markets General Manager, Gerald Lievenberg, I hope I've done that right, Pasay City Mayor Imelda Rubiano Calixto, participating companies in the conference and in this exposition, my fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me at the outset acknowledge the officers and the members of the Philippine Water Works Association Incorporated and your partners for spearheading this 6th edition of the Water Philippines Conference and Exposition. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of the water situation here in the Philippines and how it affects our daily lives. This assembly is a necessary and urgent step towards achieving our collective aim of attaining water security and providing safe, adequate, affordable, and accessible drinking water for the Filipino people. Through this undertaking, we gather government regulatory officers, practitioners, and industry experts who shall discuss and share viewpoints on emerging issues in the water industry, including sustainable practices and latest technologies. I happen to have been given the opportunity to walk around a little bit and see some of the exhibitors. And it is very gratifying to note that in fact the technologies that are being used, that are being employed in terms of water treatment, in terms of water management, are well-known technologies. We have, of course, fine-tuned it so that the filtration systems become better and better, our pumps become more efficient, our connections, water connections are more resilient to typhoons, to earthquakes and the other calamities that might happen along the way. And so I am very optimistic that the solutions that we need to formulate are out there. The technologies are out there. What has continued to change in the light of climate change is the management, the stratagems on how we manage our water. For example, here in the Philippines, the majority of our water is still taken from underground aquifers. Whereas if you manage your surface water properly, then there would be no need for us to be digging wells and starting to affect the water table that is under us, that affects agriculture, that affects construction, infrastructure, and all of those effects that we see downstream. As another example, when we used to talk a few years ago, when I was still governor, when you said water management, it generally meant flood control. And we would put dikes, we would put dams, so as to be able to control the flooding. However, now, we must think in a very different way. Flood control, although many of the projects that the government has undertaken is categorized as flood control. These flood control projects no longer just are exclusively for that. We take the water and we use it for irrigation. We use it for drinking water if we have a treatment plant. We also take the water and hopefully, if there is enough of a gradient, that we are able to produce some power with the mini hydros. And so these are the kinds of stratagems that we have to employ, that we have to bring down to the grassroots level. Because the water crisis in the Philippines, and I call it a water crisis because it is. I was very surprised in the past years, even as senator, even as governor, that no one was speaking about water problems. Whereas every single urban community and even some rural communities in the Philippines have a water crisis. And it's something that we have continually postponed. We do not examine it. We do not look at it, just find other ways and put up with the idea that once in a while, we'll have to pull out our buckets and fill our bathtubs with water because there's not going to be water for the next 24 hours. So these are the challenges that we in the Philippines face. But I think the stratagems that we see from around the world. I have been to many desert countries where I see the excellent water management. I spent some time in Israel, and I saw that how they treat the water, because water is very scarce. They live in the desert. Nevertheless, they are able to collect the water during the rainy season, whatever is available. They put fish in it to grow fish. When the summer comes, they take out the water, harvest the fish, and then that goes to irrigation so in essence, they use water 3 times. Every bit of fresh water is used always more than once. These are the kinds of thinking that we have to apply to the Philippines because of the crisis that we are facing, and how debilitating it will be to the entire economy, to the entire society, if our water supply problem continues to get greater, continues to become more dependent on what we have been doing in the past, i.e. groundwater, or just putting up with the water shortages. And in terms of agriculture, as we know, anyone who is involved in agriculture, the secret to a good crop is irrigation. And so these are the things that we really have to attend to. So it impacts into the area of food supply and food prices. And so when they say water is life, it's not just a cliche, it's a truism. And it is something that we must always keep in mind, especially now. And that's why we in the government, I just have signed an executive order wherein we have created the Office of Water Management. And the Office of Water Management there are many agencies that are involved in water supply and water management. And it has just evolved that way. But what we are going to try to do is to make it a more cohesive policy, so that there is planning at the national level, and in that way we can maximize the management of what water we have. We all know the Philippines is not a dry place. And why do we not have enough water? So we have to employ these technologies and make a cohesive policy and make a cohesive plan for not only NCR, not only for urban areas, but the entire country. Because it is my belief, even when we look at irrigation, the water supply needs also to be attended to. So these are all of the things that impact upon it, and that's why, as I mentioned, we have created the Office of Water Management. And the Office of Water Management, there are bills now in the legislature to create a Department of Water Management. And so until those bills are passed, until the department is created, we have this Office of Water Management now. So I do not mean to frighten you to lose your appetite for lunch, but we are facing some serious challenges, and we really need to work very, very hard together. Again, I am optimistic because when I look around and I see the technologies and the desire for both in the local governments, both in the private sector, the desire to be able to provide this water supply, then that's where my optimism comes from. And again, I know that you are all experienced and are all committed to giving our people the water supply, fresh water supply that they need. And we'll work together on that. It will not be the work of a day or of a week, but we will start now and we will continue until it's done. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Mr. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. At this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a photo opportunity. May we call on stage the Philippine Water Works Association Incorporated Board of Directors.
Conference plenary speakers, please prepare. Once again, conference plenary speakers, please prepare because you're the one who's going to be up next. Thank you.
Water Works Association Incorporated Board of Directors. Please exit to your right. Please proceed on stage.
Bayan, ating pong natunghayan ang pagdalo ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. para sa 6th Water Philippines Conference and Exposition dyan sa may Pasay City, kung saan binigyan din ng Pangulo ang sitwasyon ng supply ng tubig sa ating bansa, estratehiya at mga programa ng pamahalaan para makapaghatid ng sapat na supply ng tubig at pagkakaroon ng epektibong polisiya kaugnay ng water management. Samantala, muli po natin balikan ang ating panayam kay Attorney Maysara Damdamun Latip, Chairman ng Marawi Compensation Board. At Attorney, magandang araw po muli sa inyo.
Yes, magandang araw ulit, Audrey. Maraming salamat at nandito muli kami sa Laging Handa, Pilipinas.
Okay, pagpapatuloy po natin yung ating mga tanong. Ito pong tanong naman mula kay Raquel Bayan ng Radyo Pilipinas. Ma'am, follow-up lamang po sa Marawi Rehabilitation. Do we have data? Ilan na po ba yung mga residente ang nakabalik na sa kanilang tahanan at ilan pa po yung hinihikayat na bumalik na?
So far, meron po tayong data na nakalap mula sa DNR sa kanilang social cartography na kung saan ang sinasabi po nila na amount or dami ng tao na may